If you're a black woman and you're under somebody's post who is not black with super long hair saying, "Thank you for taking care of my bundles," please shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about something I've been seeing more and more online: black women turning hair hate into a whole trend. And I'm not talking about simply having a preference for wigs, braids, straight hair, or natural hair. I'm talking about the constant jokes, insults, and negative conversations about black hair that somehow turn into viral content. What's interesting is that some of these conversations are actually coming from black women themselves, whether it's putting down natural hair, calling certain styles unprofessional, or acting like one type of black hair is automatically better than the other. And honestly, I think we need to ask ourselves, when does expressing a preference become participating in the same hair hate we've been criticizing for years? So today we are getting into why this is becoming such a trend, why it gets so much attention online, and whether we're turning our own hair insecurities into entertainment. Let's get into the video.
You're probably gonna be mad at me, but I gotta say the quiet part out loud. Most black women are hiding this one thing. They hate their hair. I know, it's a touchy subject. Listen, I'm only talking about this because I was number one. I hated my hair the most. I not only hated my hair, I hated everything about myself. When I was young, I hated my skin color. I thought I was too dark. I hated my hair. It was 4C and I didn't know what to do with it. I hated my height. I hated my lips. I hated my thighs. I thought they was a little too thick. I like them now. But literally, I hated every single thing on myself, head to toe. And that's its own thing. But culturally, I believe a lot of us black women have been brainwashed to hate our hair. I only went natural because I was forced to, because something crazy happened when I took some braids out and I had to cut all my hair off. And I just went natural after that. But for a year and a half of being natural, I hated it. I slapped a wig on it. I slapped all kind of braids in it. I did not want to see my hair. God had to sit me down, make me stand in the mirror and see the beauty in my hair. I had to say out loud that I love myself and I love my hair and I love how God created me. It wasn't easy, but I stood there in that mirror and I boo-hoo cried because I was confused. I'm like, God, you say you love me, but I hate what you created. And that's hard, being that real with yourself, realizing that what you see with your eyes is not what you see on TV, is not what you see in magazines, is not what you see promoted as beautiful. And if it is a black woman in a movie, she usually is just loud and the most unattractive figure in the whole movie. And I'm probably going to get a lot of comments saying, why is this your business? And people always trying to police black women hair. But I'm only saying this from experience. And I know this because not only myself, but other black women that I know, that we genuinely, if you ask us deep down, we hate our hair. We can say it's because we like to switch it up. We can say it's because it's hard to style, which it is. But deep down, we prefer someone else's texture. It's a big subject. It's a very touchy subject. Every person is different. But I know by and large, we have not grown up to accept our hair. We haven't grown up to even know our hair. A lot of us, when we were kids, we had perms. So you grew up not even knowing your real hair. And it's funny because sometimes I would turn on the TV, and even if I did see a black girl that they wasn't trying to make super outrageous, ridiculous, most likely she would have a wig on. If I look on a picture on Instagram and I just scroll, 9 out of 10 of the women on there do not have their real hair. And I'm not saying that you can't ever wear a wig. I've wore plenty of wigs, and sometimes if I need a break, I'm gonna put some braids in my hair. But I want us to sit down and ask ourselves a question like, if 90% of the time you do not see my real hair, what is the problem? It's nothing wrong with wearing the makeup and the hair and everything, but do you really love yourself deep down? And that's something I had to challenge myself on. That's something God challenged me on. And when he stripped it all away, I realized that I didn't. And he had to build that back up, in which I loved myself. So I challenge you to think about it. Do you really love yourself? And I mean your natural, raw self.
So I'm sure everyone has been seeing the conversation regarding the girl basically saying that if you don't ever wear your natural hair or want to deal with it, then it's self-hatred. And I know you guys are not going to like what I'm going to say because I've seen the millions of think pieces, but she has a point that you guys refuse to admit. No one said you have to wear your natural hair 24/7, but this conversation has actually opened up the door and let me know the aversion that you guys have towards wearing your natural hair. If you never want to wear your natural hair and always have a bunch of reasons for why you don't want to wear it, there's something going on there. And even if the reason is, oh, I'm too lazy to do it, I just this and the third, if it's not a medical condition, then it's something deeper going on. Natural hair requires work. Everything requires work. And somebody even said, y'all not too lazy to customize them wigs for 2 hours. Am I right? Am I right? We cannot act like someone's saying that if you don't wear your natural hair, it's indicative, especially as Black women, of a deeper issue. And obviously not all. Y'all keep doing the not all thing. That's what men do. When we say men do XYZ, they're like, not all men. Yes, enough of you do it. Enough of us Black women have a complex around our hair and make excuses to not wear our natural hair, that someone can make a general statement about it and you guys don't go to the comments and start being like, not all. We do as a community have a thing about our hair. And she spoke about in the video how we've been taught to hate ourselves. Yes, but when do you unlearn the hate? When? Let me know.
What people don't want to talk about is how addictive wearing weave can be. I feel like I was only beautiful when I had wigs and weaves in my hair. And now that I am 30 years old, I am still suffering with the after effects of wearing it. And people don't talk about it.
As a Black woman, this is such a hard conversation for a lot of Black women. We have to think about the history, right? Demonizing our hair, making our hair be such a thing. They brainwash us so bad that our own people demonize our hair more than anybody else. Nappy headed, your hair's not done. Calling young Black girls bald headed, wear your hair right, this and that. You know, that all is a self-esteem issue. There are women who have panic attacks if they have to go outside with their natural hair. Do y'all understand that? Like, imagine considering the hair that grows out of your head and out of your scalp and the way it grows to be undone, to be unkempt, to be wrong. You gotta take it day by day, step by step. When I had first went natural, I remember just being like, you know what, I'm just gonna step outside and do it. Forget it. I'm not gonna think about how anybody else feels about my hair. I'm going to walk in confidence with my hair because that's the only way I'm going to gain a better relationship with my hair. And that's when I just fell in love with natural hair and felt like that looks better on all Black women. And I genuinely do feel like that still to this day. I think wigs and certain weaves look very unnatural on Black women. And I tell young Black girls all the time, even if your hair is short and you're uncomfortable with its shortness, get clip-ins that match your hair. You know, lengthen it. I get that. You know what I mean? But fall in love with that texture. Fall in love with you. Nothing feels better than waking up and being fully comfortable with what you look like. Nothing. Nothing different. Nothing added. Nothing extra. Just you. Love y'all.
If you're a Black woman and you're under somebody's post who is not Black with super long hair saying, thank you for taking care of my bundles, please shut the fuck up. If you're a Black woman and you're under anybody's shit who's 3C, anything nice a little looser in texture, you're saying you hate your voice hair, please shut the fuck up. Your low racial self-esteem have nothing to do with the rest of us. Bitch, say, I hate myself. How about you say that one? How about you say that? Please shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up. Please.
I am ready to join the natural hair conversation as a former lace front warrior who has been wearing my natural hair since September. Not a long time to you, but it's a long time to me. I want to say something. And that something is, it's very easy and buyable, like believable to other people that you can love your natural hair, but you never wear it. And you can love your natural hair, but it never sees the light of day. Other people may believe that, but I do not anymore. That is a lie. It's no way that you could tell me that you love me, but you never want to be seen with me. You love me, but you never want to spend any time with me. You love me, but you never take the time to figure out what I like or what I need to feel good or what I need to be healthy, but you love me. That's a lie. That is a lie. And it is a problem. It's very easy to be like, oh, I just wear wigs because it's easier. I just do lace fronts and what's it called? Sew-ins and braids because it's easier. Also a lie. It is immensely more expensive. And also the anxiety that comes with putting on a lace front and walking out of the house and trusting that your lace is not lifting all day, that is real. Do you know how heartbreaking it is to lay your wig down in the morning, think you looking cute, walking around looking good, and then you talk to somebody and realize that they're not looking at you, they're looking at your lace. and then you go in the bathroom and you say, I thought my lace was blended. Why is it 2 shades lighter than me? That is a real anxiety. But you know when you don't have to worry about that? When you look like you, when you're wearing the hair that God gave you. You don't have those type of problems. And the more time that you spend with your hair, the more effort that you put into hair, the more like that you actually put care into your hair, the easier that it is. So stop with the myths. Stop with the lies. You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. Like, that's not love. And being uncomfortable with the way that you were literally created by God, being uncomfortable with that, you can't even look yourself in the mirror when your hair is out. You feel like you have to apologize when you wear your natural hair. That's an issue. That's that. I don't know another way to say that. And if this was any other culture, any other person, and you just described that scenario of like this person can't look themselves in the mirror in their natural state, anyone with a brain would be like, yeah, that's a problem. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Black women hate their natural hair. Your first half of black women who hate their hair are delusional. These are the girls that claim that they love their natural hair, but can't wear it out in its natural form, unless it's sleek, knotless, away, edges, or slicked back in any way, shape, form, or capacity. These are the ones that go to bat telling you they love being black and love their natural hair, but only see it on wash day. Then you have the other half of black women who hate their natural hair because they can't make it look like something it's not. 8 out of 10 of y'all are trying to turn your 4C curl into a 3C curl with some extreme hair gel. You're manipulating your curls or trying to manipulate your curls to embody or look like a looser texture, instead of just embracing the texture that you naturally already have. Then you have the black women who don't feel comfortable wearing their natural hair unless it's a certain length. Don't let your hair stop at your neck or your shoulders. It's not being seen. A lot of y'all feel the need that your hair needs to be long before you feel comfortable wearing it out. Clocked it, now stop it and do some healing.
I posted a video of me putting my natural hair in a bun, and frankly, the comments on that video are appalling. First, you had people in the comments saying, oh, if you want your hair slick, use this type of gel, use this type of brush. Guys, what if I like the texture of my hair? What if I want my hair to have the kinks, the curls, the coils, the texture of a person who has 4C hair? I do not want to slick my hair back to the gods because that's not the hairstyle that I was going for. And also, that's not the hair type that I have. If I want a textured bun, that's what I'm gonna do. We also need to remember that black women as a whole, we are not a monolith. We're not all gonna have the same hair type, dress the same, act the same, look the same. It's also ironic that so many of us as children and as teenagers, we've experienced not liking the way our hair looks. And now today as adults, it's those same people who have lived those experiences who are coming on the internet and dogpiling on someone for not looking the way that they wanna look. There are young girls who probably saw that video and thought to themselves, oh, her hair is in a textured bun. I could try that out myself. And then they opened up the comments and thought to themselves, never mind. I have to have my hair this type of way. I have to be this type of girl to be accepted. And that is so incredibly sad. Personally, those comments don't get to me because I know who I am, and I know that normal people don't come on the internet and talk to people the way that people have been talking to me. Mind you, this is all over hair that is on my head that I am choosing to style. All that to say, be better, learn to love your hair, and be nice to people on the internet because you don't know what people are going through.
Honestly, I think this is where we need to have a real conversation. There's absolutely nothing wrong with preferring one hairstyle over another, but when constantly putting down black hair becomes the content itself, it can start to feel like we are turning our own insecurities into entertainment. You can love straight hair, wigs, braids, locks, natural hair, whatever you personally prefer, without making another black woman feel like her hair is something less beautiful. At the end of the day, if we are going to talk about black hair, I think we should be able to do it without constantly tearing ourselves down for views and engagement. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.